they tried to implement it and it was being opposed
Yeah.
by a lot of parents. And so a judge, Arthur Garrity, actually made a court decision that it's going to be done. We're forcing kids to be bused, so that's forced busing, right? So you could live, if you lived from here and say the top of the street was Dorchester High School, right? I literally lived 2 minutes from Dorchester High School. Now, instead of going there, they were going to send you to like halfway across the city on a bus every day.
Yeah. So like South Boston would go to
They wanted
Roxbury.
to integrate, not all the kids. They want to integrate the kids and mix, minorities and whites. Basically, it was white and black back then. There wasn't like a big Asian population then. Spanish a little bit, but nothing like today where they speak Spanish and stuff. So what happens when a lot of parents faced on that decision after watching how things were going, because some schools got very ugly. Like South Boston.
Yeah, we read about that.
South Boston used to have police escorts to go to school every day.
Yeah, 3 police cars, 10 motorcycles, and a helicopter.
A lot more than 3, I'll tell you.
That's what we found in our research.
They had tons of motorcycles. The buses would come up over Dorchester Heights in the hill, and they'd be surrounded by motorcycle cops, cruisers, paddy wagons, all that sort of stuff. I don't think I ever saw a helicopter, to be honest with you. But so the blacks didn't want any part of really going into the white part of town either. They were just as scared coming in there as the whites were going to be going. Well,
yeah, because there was that whole thing with where the white kid took, like the white students took the American flag and like. Yeah,
that's kind of overblown too.
With the attorney.
Yeah, that happened on City Hall actually. And I think that's something that just got out of hand a lot. But the school itself, all the schools went downhill.
Yeah, we read about like a bunch of shootings.
So a lot of people decided that I'm not going to send my kid. That's when everyone started moving to the South Shore.
Yeah.
So if you lived in Dorchester or South Boston, you moved south, and that's why you have so many parents like from here, Braintree, Hingham, Weymouth, Quincy, they all moved this way. If you lived like on Hyde Park, West Roxbury, you went the other way towards like Dedham, Westwood, like the towns that abut Boston on the west side. And then the North Shore kids that went from like East Boston, the North End, Charlestown, they moved up to the North Shore, like towns like Wakefield and Tewksbury and all that. Because geographical, that was the easiest place to go.
So, and a majority of them dropped out too, right?
I don't know if I could say that. Obviously they were, but it was also it became known as the White Flight. So I don't know if there's any black kids in your class, but they're probably going to think you're racist if you listen to my stories. But it's the truth. So real estate value dropped down.
Yeah.
And everyone was moving. So I don't know how many people I know, people my age or a little right around my age, that might have been born in Dorchester or Southie, and their parents just picked everything up and moved at the age of like 7 and 8.
Yeah, well, we were reading about like a bunch of like white high school students that just dropped out, and then how Whitey Bulger like capitalized on that and was just like, well, come work for me and basically feed my drug mules and I'll make
I don't know where they came up with some of that stuff, to be honest with you. I think a lot of it's...
Well, that's why I wanted to get like your opinion on it, because like obviously textbooks can be swayed either way.
Now, I lived next door to Dorchester High when I was growing up. I moved my freshman year of high school. And we moved because the neighborhood was getting really bad. And there were some incidents where very violent, people getting stabbed and stuff like that. And the white-black, was kind of starting to get at a height at that time. So what happens is a lot of us, like we moved from there to what they call Adams Corner and the Ponset area, right? And to us, from where we grew up, I grew up in a tougher neighborhood like Cobden Square, St. Matthews and stuff. That was like